Yes, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on it again. As it is a breaking news, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu makes a fresh announcement, fresh appointment. President Bola Tinubu has appointed a special investigator, Jim Obazi, to probe the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) and related activities. This was contained in a letter signed by President Tinubu and addressed to Obazi, who is the current CEO of the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria (FRC). The president's new appointment comes amid the ongoing trial of Godwin Emefiele, the former governor of the CBN (Central Bank of Nigeria), who is accused of a barrage of offenses including financing terrorism and fraudulent activities. Federal Capital Territory (FCT) Abuja on the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as it has appointed Jim Osanyade Obazi, Chief Executive Officer, CEO of the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria (FRC), as a special investigator. The special investigator is expected to investigate the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) and related entities, the cable news reported. Tinubu appoints Jim Obazi as special investigator to probe CBN amid a Emefiele trial. President Tinubu appoints special investigator. Now, it has been said Daily Trust said it cited a letter on Sunday, July 30th, where President Tinubu named Obazi as the investigator. He also said Obazi would report directly to his office, to Tinubu's office. The letter partly reads, in accordance with the fundamental objective set forth in Section 15, Bracket 5 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 Constitution as amended. You know what that sounds? This administration is today continuing the fight against corruption by appointing you as a special investigator to investigate the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) and related entities. This appointment shall be with immediate effect, and you are to report directly to my office, the president added. You are to investigate the CBN and related entities using a suitable, experienced, competent, and capable team, and work with relevant security and anti-corruption agencies to deliver on this assignment. In a piece of related news, reported that Nigerian lawyer barrister Oluwole Moses condemned the altercation between personnel of the Department of State Services and the Nigeria Correctional Service. Now, in other words, I would say President Tinubu, finally appointed, according to the report, which says the special investigator, not as a CBN governor or not to represent Emefiele. Rather, the appointment will be the special investigator who is expected to investigate the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) and related entities. Now, President Tinubu, who has appointed Jim Osanyade Obazi, Chief Executive Officer, which is CEO of the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria, which is FRC. He has appointed Osanyade Obazi as a special investigator. A special investigator at that. Now, in a nutshell, I would say the letter has been read partly, and it has been read to us, and we know where the angle is coming from, which I read earlier. So many people have been, wagging their tongue and saying Tinubu started this administration with hardship, with poverty, with suffering, with so many things. But in his own case, he believes what he's doing is the right thing, as per by taking it gradually, because it has been said, if I tell you that Tinubu met a whole lot of mess on the table, and he's been so very, very careful. He started with the issue of a subsidy, telling us about subsidy and how the government, or how his government has achieved a whole lot, in this present time, or the few months, according to the report, says that they generated 400 billion naira, in line with the subsidy. And it's over a month now, and I believe they would have, gained more of that. Well, now appointing Obazi to investigate every entity that is attached to CBN, Central Bank of Nigeria. Jim Osanyade Obazi is the Chief Executive Officer, CEO of the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria, FRC, as a special investigator. To read the letter once again, because it's so very interesting that Tinubu is soaring higher in his own pace, at his own pace. Now, the letter partly reads, in accordance with the fundamental objectives set forth in Section 15, bracket 5 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999, bracket in as amended, bracket close. So that is the point I want us to deliberate a little or digress. Because when there is a constitution that says is representing the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, it was 1999 that the constitution was, try like for democracy, Ijoba Alagbada, like the Yoruba would say, that they coupled the constitution. Now, the constitution has been on ground ever since. But 1999 was when the constitution was amended. Why would they amend the situation or constitution or the policy or system of governance in Nigeria? And since then, the problem still persists. But in other words, to furthermore, this administration is by today continuing the fight against corruption by appointing you as a special investigator to investigate rather the CBN, which is the Central Bank of Nigeria, and the related entities. Godwin Emefiele was once the CBN governor, and there are so many charges against that man and some entities that are attached to the crime, or to curb corruption that has been, eating up on the CBN. Oh my God. Well, this appointment shall be with immediate effect, and you are to report directly to my office, the president added. Now, you are to investigate the CBN, Central Bank of Nigeria, and related entities using a suitable, experienced, competent, and capable team, and work with relevant security and anti-corruption agencies to deliver on this assignment. Well, may God help Nigeria. May God help Tinubu. May God help everyone. Well, a display of shame also. Why Tinubu is silent on DSS alleged lawlessness against the Emefiele. Well, in a piece of related news, that's what it is, that the Department of State Service and the Nigerian Correctional Center of Service over Godwin Emefiele's altercation or thereabout. Well, this one I'm going to draw the curtain. I'd like you to share your views in the comment section. Thanks for listening, and God bless you.